Hello everyone, welcome back to a video here on Play on GAA. My name is James Brady and this is the instant match reaction to Cavan beating Tipperary by 210 to 15 points, edging out Tip to claim the Alliance Football League Division 4 title for 2022. Straight off, two teams that should never have been in Division 4 in my opinion with the talent that they both have, but they both found themselves here and Cavan edge out in the final to win the title. I mean, goals win games, we all know that. And Cavan got two of them and Tip got none. And that's really the moral of the story. I mean, Tipperary, they had their chance right at the end of the game to snatch the victory. We'll get on to the whole game. Stephen Quirk hitting the crossbar in the last minute, which would have clinched the title for Tip, no doubt. So Cavan should be happy that they won this, but more, and rightfully so, there was a sense at the end that they were more just kind of like, yeah, all right, we won Division 4. There was no elation, really. There was no happiness. They should never have been in that division in the first place. And they nearly didn't win the league title anyway, because, as I mentioned, Quirk shot hitting the crossbar. I mean, if that goes in, Tip win. Right from the start of the game, there were very impressive performances. James Smith, I thought, was fantastic for Cavan in midfield. I thought Thomas Galligan was quiet, but he definitely livened up in the second half. McKiernan was as good as he ever has been. He was kind of kept more quiet than usually, but he still was very impressive and he still orchestrates pretty much everything for Cavan. Definitely their key man was the inside forward, Paddy Lynch, who got the goal in the first half. On the flip side, for Tipperary, Mark Russell was a standout one in the first half, hitting 3 glorious points from out on the wing. Fantastic performance by him in the first half. The key moment I thought in the first half, two key moments. First, Paddy Lynch's goal. But before Paddy Lynch's goal, Connor Sweeney hit a glorious pass into the run of Tommy Marr, who was the left half back for Tipperary. Marr, for some reason, just doesn't pull the trigger. There was a lot of pressure on him, a lot of defending and good defending being done. But for some reason, Marr just didn't pull the trigger. And Sweeney, with that pass inside, that was a glorious pass inside. Tipperary did not take the chance. And then Cavan goes straight down the other end. A long ball in by Stephen Smith into the path of Paddy Lynch. And Paddy Lynch tucks it away in the bottom corner of Evan Comerford's net. Brilliant goal by Cavan. And it was brilliantly made up because Tipperary didn't manage to take their goal chance. Cavan definitely managed to take theirs. And at halftime, it was Cavan 1-5, Tipperary 7 points. On the restart, an early shot by Connor Sweeney for goal went over the bar. That levelled up the game. And a Mikey O'Shea point in the 38th minute put Tipperary ahead, but Pádraig Faulkner levelled for Cavan. Then Cian Madden fisted Cavan back into the lead, but a tidy Sweeney point to Tipperary ahead again in the 58th minute by 11 points to 1-7. James Smith levelled with a boomer shortly after, but then once again, Mark Russell, his fourth point had Tipperary back in front. But the one that confused me the most was Russell was fantastic throughout the entire game and always popping up with crucial scores at crucial moments. And he was taken off in the 54th minute with Tipperary then later chasing the game, needing someone to kick a point from distance. Russell had been doing that all game and they didn't have him on the pitch anymore to do it. In the 61st minute, Paddy Lynch, a free, levelled it, even though Tipperary had been 2 points ahead. Then in the 62nd minute, Cavan hit the match-winning move. A brilliant counter-attack involving Thomas Galligan, Gerard McKiernan, and then Galligan set up Paddy Lynch for a goal. I think controversy. Michael O'Reilly was terrible for this. He came out, stood up. He didn't make himself big at all. Lynch checked back onto the right foot, kicked it. It wasn't with the most amount of pace. If O'Reilly stands up and jumps into that and makes himself big, he saves it, no question. A top goalkeeper saves that. That goal won the game for Cavan, no doubt. Connor Sweeney hit a free in the 63rd minute to bring the gap back down to 2 points. And then there was no score after this for 10 minutes. That's where Tipperary lost the game. They didn't score for 10 minutes when they were supposed to have Cavan on the back foot. Sweeney free in the 74th minute made it 2-10 to 15 points. Of course, just before that Sweeney free, Tipperary had hit the crossbar. Stephen Quirk catching a long ball in by Teddy Doyle. And then he turned around and lashed it off the crossbar. That's how close Tipperary were to winning this game. But it finished Cavan 2-10, Tipperary 15 points. Cavan champions of Division 4 for 2022, but it could have been so different. That's my honest opinion. I don't think Cavan will be too happy that they were in Division 4 in the first place. They'd be content that they got the job done. They did Division 4 as well as they could, really. I know they lost to Tipperary in the league, but I would have predicted Cavan would have been champions at the start of the league, and they have been champions at the start of the league. Tipperary, as I predicted, go up with Cavan. Not in the way I thought they would have, though. I didn't think they would lose to Leitrim. I didn't think they would draw at Waterford, but the league is a funny fellow anyway. Right, guys, that is my roundup of the Division 4 final of 2022. Make sure you catch all the content here on Play on GAA. And until the next one, guys, take care.